What's going on, you guys? I know I said I was going to do another blog post, but I changed my mind, and I think that this should hopefully be pretty helpful for you guys. People periodically approach me and ask me things like, what do you do for arms, what do you do for chest or abs, and, I can tell people my typical program or what exercises I do for specific body parts all day long, but in reality, that's really not what's the most important part. It's how you do those exercises. It's not the quantity of what you're doing, it's the quality of how you do that. So this brings me to my main point, or I really have two main points kind of tied into one. The secret to my success that I've had the last several months. Focus. Alright, and I know some of you guys are honestly probably rolling your eyes at me right now or saying, well, really? Focus? That's it? That's common sense. I could have figured that out on my own. And in reality it is kind of common sense, but people don't always fully, myself included in the past, don't fully either understand it to the full potential that they should, or they don't utilize it fully. And I just wanted to clarify on that because once I got into bodybuilding and I learned how important focus was, I started getting much better gains in the gym. I like to break down focus into two parts: pre-workout and intra-workout, or during your workout. So honestly, for me, weight training starts before I even get into the gym. Before you even set foot in the gym, on your way there, you need to get yourself in the mindset of what you're going to do. So, it all starts for me before I even get into the gym. And once I get into the gym, I really like to take a look at my workout. I usually try to plan it out either earlier in the day, earlier in the week sometimes. I like to sit down, take a minute or two, just kind of review what I'm going to do for the day, and like I said, get myself in the right mindset. And it's really important once you actually start your workout that you're there mentally. So, I'm not thinking about school, I'm not thinking about homework or work or anything like that. I'm thinking about what I'm doing at that current moment and how I'm supposed to be doing that. This brings me into my second point. So, we've talked about pre-workout, we've talked about getting ourselves in the right mindset and being there mentally when we work out. But what do we do while we're out actually working out and when we're doing our exercises? So, take abs for example. One of my favorite ab exercises is exercise ball crunches. So you just take one of those big inflatable exercise balls and do crunches on them. And crunches are really a whole lot of ab workouts. It's really hard to not cheat on those, at least a little bit, because ball crunches, for example, I can kind of move my hips forward. I can, kind of just round my back and bring my head forward, but, it's not just moving forward and moving back that's going to build, a nice set of abs. It's focusing on not using momentum and just moving myself forward, but putting your mind-muscle connection between your brain and your abs to work, and focusing on bringing yourself forward only using your abs. And honestly, when I do those, I could probably do at least 15 reps more for my first couple sets. But the reason that I don't do, a whole lot of sets of 50 or stuff like that when I'm doing abs is because I'm focusing so much on the muscle group that I'm training. Like I said, for abs, I'm not focusing on moving myself forward. I'm focusing on keeping my abs tight and contracting them as I bring myself forward. As another example, take bicep curls. Everybody, for the most part, likes to do dumbbell curls, barbell curls. It doesn't matter how I'm doing it. It's not the up and down movement that's going to build me big arms. What is going to build me really big arms is putting the mind-muscle connection between my brain and my biceps to work, and not just bringing my hands up and down, but keeping a constant tension on my biceps and bringing the weight up by squeezing my biceps. And the thing is that your brain and your body already have these physical connections. Obviously I can walk around, I can move, I can, walk and talk. My brain and my body already know how to, contract my bicep and move my arms up and down, or do a bench press movement or an ab crunch. That physical connection is already there. But the thing that you need to do when you're weightlifting is learn to really you know, kind of hone and focus in on that and perfect it so that you can get the most out of every rep, you know? I know some people like to do workouts where, you know, it's 500 or 1,000 reps of chest, you know, and honestly, I know some people like to train that way. I really don't. I think it's really excessive, you know, but some people train that way. I mean, regardless, you know, if you get a really good pump doing 500 or 1,000 reps of some body group, you know, you really don't need to. When I work out, I usually do, you know, anywhere between on a kind of more high volume and hypertrophy, slightly lighter weight day, I'm going to do like about 10 to 12, maybe a maximum of 15 reps. And, you know, on arms day, the reason why I get such a huge pump on my arms is because I'm focusing on not just, you know, up and down movements, I'm focusing on keeping a constant tension on the muscle group that I'm working. So, overall, you know, the next time you're in the gym, just think to yourself, all right, well, am I here mentally? You know, if you are, then what muscle group am I training right now? If I'm doing bench press, you know, am I doing this to build big shoulders or am I doing this to build a big chest? And if so, you know, is my mind-muscle connection right? Am I focusing on my chest or am I focusing on just pushing with my triceps? You know, am I squeezing this as much as I can? Am I using a full range of motion? You know, so just keep that in mind.